Bostonian is Matt Perrault.
This is our city.
The book is Dave Sharapan.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Together, they are the Bostonian versus the book.
You covered! You covered 12! Covered!
Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus the book.
How do you like them apples?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sharapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
Thursday, boys and girls, welcome into another episode of the Bostonian versus the book. Dave Sharapan, the book, Matt Perrault, that's my name, right? Matt Perrault, yeah. The Bostonian, we are rocking today. I'm so excited, Dave. I just woke up this morning. I don't care if it's fake football. I watched the quarterback. I finished the quarterback last night after you and I hung up. I binge watched 3 episodes. I was up until like 2 o'clock in the morning watching this thing, getting ready for football. Woke up this morning to an Alabama football hype video. We are back, baby. Welcome to football. How are you on this Thursday?
Ho hum. It's another day. That's all it is. It's another day. It's not real football. Let's just be perfectly clear about that. But yeah, it's good. I'm not excited for the Hall of Fame game. Not at all. Yeah, I know you'll have a bet on it because that's what you do. Multiple bets? You pick the side and the total?
No, we'll talk later about it. In a second about it.
Boy, but no, good to see the boys and girls all here. Yes, I got one kid downstairs on a college class. I got open house tonight.
Nice.
The other little one. The big one is, I don't know, she's going grocery shopping or something. There's a lot of moving parts over here. It's just another Thursday.
Do you know what it feels like, though? It feels like the gas tank is getting filled. Like, it feels like we're at the pump. Like we're filling the gas tank. The engine's about to turn over.
Really?
We're getting close to that moment where we're gonna fire it up. It's like the pre-race NASCAR thing, right? We got everything. We're on pit road. We're getting ready for the gentlemen start your engines call. It's counting it down. I absolutely, completely. I got to admit, the quarterback thing fired me up. Watching that, yeah. I waited for the perfect time to get it all ramped up, because one thing, Juju Smith-Schuster, that holding call in the Super Bowl, I forgot how big of a play that was. And now he's a Patriot. So I'm excited about that. He played really well for the Chiefs last year. Mahomes is Mahomes. I kind of like him now. I didn't hate him before, but I kind of like him now.
2 questions from the chat, which is a big part of the show. If you like the show, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, tell one person about the show, because we got a lot of stuff planned for football season and stuff. First question is do we know Brad Evans, and can we get him on the show? We both know Brad Evans. Brad is very busy. I don't know if we can get him on the show.
Why do they want him on the show?
Same game parlays.
But why?
I don't know. What's that?
Why do they want him on the show?
I don't know. They pay attention to him and watch him and stuff. So we know Brad.
It's about as random a request as we've ever had.
I know. So that's number one. And number two, someone that we both know wants to know why you're not wearing a hat, because they never noticed before how big your forehead is. And I didn't think it was that big, but it might be. I don't know.
Maybe the glasses accentuate, maybe the angle of the camera accentuates it. I don't know.
know.
We have a very large meeting immediately after the show.
Yes.
And I will have 0 time to get ready because I will be flying out of here. I'll be posting the show, the audio version.
Yes.
We'll get clips later. There won't be video clips till later in the day. But get the audio up as soon as possible. And then I will be sprinting to a meeting that we are having in this afternoon. It's a very important meeting. So that is why.
I think it is. I mean, I'm wearing shorts. I don't know about you. You wearing shorts?
I'm wearing shorts. Oh yeah, I'm wearing shorts. Yeah,
I go Vegas casual.
You can go with I'll play the business side. You play the book side. You can go ahead and wear the hat and wear the jersey, and we're all good. And I'll just, you talk to one person, I'll talk to the other person. There's 2 people in the room with us, and we're good.
At least we think there's 2 people in the room.
Might be more. I don't know. There might be more.
Might be parading us around to meet some other people. I don't know.
Yeah. So. I mean, I'm going to come in.
You wearing a crate and anything? It might be a good idea to wear a crate and something, if you know what I'm saying.
What can I wear that's got Creighton?
I don't know. A hat or something? I don't know.
I actually don't have a Jays hat. I need to
Really?
rectify that. Yeah, I have a
Oh,
Rays.
yeah.
I have 2 Jays t-shirts, but I don't have a Jays hat, and both of them are from my hard 75 days, so they kind of swim on me a bit. But
Right. Okay.
I don't know. Well,
I mean,
we'll figure it out.
No,
No,
I don't think we're
it's
going to meet the big guy today, but we'll see.
if we meet the big guy, I may FaceTime somebody and something on that.
Oh, we're getting some merch.
Well, I might put a certain person on to say, "Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing right now? I got someone who wants to talk to you." So what he says. So we may do something along those lines from a Blue Jay to an Omaha perspective. But football back, that's why. So in case you're curious why I'm looking like I do on Sports Grid, this is why I look like normally what I look like on Sports Grid, other than the monkey suit and wearing the jacket. So now I'm not wearing that at least. Okay, we have line movement in the Hall of Fame game, Dave. Explain to me as a bookmaker. Half a point up. Vegas is at -2. Circa's at -2. East Coast books are at 1.5. What's the handle on this game tonight?
Not much, but enough to try to just go through the process and find a number, and we got to move it up and stay on market. It's 234. The books that are trying to find the total is interesting to me.
Circa's at 33.
34 right now.
Oh, went back up. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, current number 34. 33.5. A couple other Vegas books and back east. So when William Hill Caesars is also 34. So they're trying to find the top. But I don't know. Out of 10 people betting today, 5 might bet it.
That's a lot, is it not? Half the people betting?
Maybe. I don't know. I think you fall either in the you're excited, you want to bet it, you're going to try to watch it. You're not going to watch the whole game. There's no way you'll be able to watch the whole game.
I don't know. Don't underestimate my ability to multitask. I can do a lot of things.
But I mean, you'll have it on, but you won't be watching. I
Okay.
100% know you'll have it on.
Okay.
But you'll have it on with multiple screens. And if you have any Maddie time tonight, then you definitely will not be watching.
True.
In full.
Yeah, she likes football though. She'll watch it on TV. She doesn't like it in person. She likes it on TV.
She'll have it on. We'll see.
Yeah.
But you either like it or you don't.
Right.
There's no like, oh, we'll put it on, and then there's no wishy-washy. You're either in on preseason or you're out, right?
Let's say something here at the top just to clarify, because this happens every preseason. It needs to be discussed. It doesn't matter what you bet. I mean, what sport you bet. A bet's a bet. So whether you're betting soccer or whether you're betting cricket or whether you're betting preseason football, there's no more level of you're a degenerate or you have a problem or like the people, we hear this all the time. Like, you bet preseason, you've got a problem. It doesn't matter, because the way you come to make a play, to make a bet, shouldn't be any different than when you do a regular season game or a preseason game or a basketball game or a college basketball game or whatever it might be. The process is the same. You come to a point where you think, okay, I feel confident enough to make a wager, to put money down on the side, total, prop, whatever it might be. So I don't think people, so I've seen this a bunch today. If you make fun of people betting preseason, you're not sharp. I don't know. I don't care, because I don't know what it means to be sharp. I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means to be, are you making your living at this? Yes or no? If the answer is no, you're a content guy. You can't be sharp if you're a content guy. Why can't you be sharp if you're a content guy? Well, if you give your picks away for free, you're not sharp. Well, if you pay for picks, then you are sharp. Really? Are we still? I mean, this whole idea of labeling and branding people, betting is betting. Okay, let's just establish that. Whatever you're betting, it doesn't matter what you're betting on. A bet's a bet. Fair?
Not to mention what you're betting or how much you're betting.
Fair. Also, yes, good point.
The unit shaming, sorry, Will, bullshit that starts for football season. Football season brings back a lot of things. In the book, it brought back old friends that took the summer off. It brought back excitement. It brought back, because people like watching and betting football. That's the parlay. So with it comes all of this other stuff. Your explanation was perfect. A bet is a bet, and it doesn't matter what it's on. Now, it is a sharp market because they're interested in it's not the draft, okay, but it's a lot of information-based stuff, preseason football, the preseason market. If you know the rotations of the quarterbacks and you know how much time is guys going to get or what unit's going to get, who's taking it serious, who's not, there's a lot of things that can be figured out. Once the regular season starts, everybody's playing the same.
Right.
So it gets a lot harder. And that's why the books love football season too, because it's the hardest. NFL's the hardest market to beat. Whether you're sharp, whether you're square, whether you're a parallelogram, whether you're a rhombus.
Right.
And if you bet $5, that $5 may be percentage-wise of your bankroll the same that $500 is to someone else, or $1,000 is to someone else. It doesn't matter. I've seen guys with $12 bet $5. That's half their bankroll. Is that irresponsible? Yes, it probably is. But it doesn't matter the amount. A bet is a bet. We're putting that shit on a t-shirt.
Yeah. And that's my problem with, I mean, look, we have a lot of problems with the content space, but one of the things that is weird about who is allowed to be in it and who is not allowed to be in it. I still need to find a gatekeeper that gets to say whether or not this person or that person or this type of content or that type of content. I mean, it's all about your angle. What are you after? Who are you after? What type of player are you after? I mean, what type of person are you wanting? You know, do you want real respected people? Do you want just eyeballs? Do you just want clicks? Do you just want people who are looking for, you know, softcore porn? Like it's what are you after as a brand when it comes to the content that you're going to create? We like to take this seriously, but we like to talk about it on a serious level, but we also like to have a lot of fun with it and entertain you guys. So we're not talking just hardcore. Like, I'm not going into the second string running backs rushing prop tonight. Like, that's not interesting to us. Like
Kendall would say, that's ZZZ to me.
Yeah, it's just boring. But some people are doing that today. Some people are putting out content of, like, you know, and it's a stat you'll hear a lot today. It's a stat that I'm following too. But Robert Saleh is 6-0 straight up and 5-1 ATS in 2 years in the preseason as the head coach of the Jets. He cares. Some coaches really care. We know the Ravens, what they do with Harbaugh. They care. They play this out. There's a lot of attention on the Jets. They're going to play the third string and fourth string quarterbacks tonight. They're going to run offense tonight. They're going to try to score tonight. So those are the philosophies, theories, you know, ideas that go into betting on preseason football. And there's different things you can do. We talked about this a bit yesterday, but this is still up if you want to try it. The margin of victory bet on both sides. Jets between 1 and 13 is plus 150. The Browns are up to plus 185 now at FanDuel. I haven't seen any other book do this, but I ran the numbers last night in case you're curious, just to remind people if you're going to bet this tonight. The margin of victory inside of 13 points is 8-1-1 to have the record to go from 1 point to 13 points. 16, 13, 4, 1, 2, 11, 4, 4, 7, and 9. That's the margin of victories over the last 10 times this game's been played. That's 2 times it was canceled.
Right.
Okay. If you want to talk about the total, why is it going up? Well, I don't really know why, except 38 points were scored last year. Then this is going earliest to latest. 19, 24, 33, 38, 17, 30, 44, 27, and 23. So 33 and a half, 34, it's only gone over 4 times in the last 10 times being played that we've seen that. So we have a 33 in there. We have a 38, a 38, a 44. So 3 times, actually 3 times. So 3 and 7 over the total, the current total of 34. So are we seeing more offense? I don't know. I think it's a difficult thing right now to know how the pace of play is going to go because it's an offensive game. And we know the Jets and Nathaniel Hackett, they want to get off to a good start.
If you say so. Yeah, I have no insight to offer. I fall under the side of the camp that this is nothing. This is window dressing. This is a TV show. This is it
always
looks like the uniforms. It's not a betting opportunity for me, but
Right.
I've been in a book. I've watched people carve people up, playing
Right.
2 or 3 games. You don't play the whole card, but there's 2 or 3 games that they have a better edge on.
So if I told you that there is a bet that has gone 42-12, would you take it?
No, past results don't mean anything to me. I mean, I like to know what they are. Is it current?
Yes.
So they've been playing like this. It's like a baseball bet.
John Harbaugh is 42-12 in the preseason as the coach of the Ravens.
That is incredible. That is one.
He's 42-12.
The books at some point are going to get it back, but it might not be in our lifetime. This is one that you just sit and keep moving that Ravens number, hoping that the dog covers, let alone wins. And, that'll take care of the whole preseason because everybody bets that one.
Parlay it, run it through everything. It's when the Ravens start, just remember that John Harbaugh is 42-12 straight up as the head coach of the Ravens.
I don't even know, that is such, I mean, it's a very indicating trend number. It just can't, it's inexplicable. There's no how does that keep happening?
Because he game plans. He game plans. He plays his starters. He goes and really tries to get them ready to go. He wants the contact. He thinks that the NFL has gone too soft with preseason contact. Every year they're cutting the number of days that they're in pads. Right. So he uses the preseason game as it's a scrimmage, but it's a chance to get the guys into contact game ready shape. So he plays them. He expects them to play hard. He expects them, go put your best stuff on film, but he also gives them game plans. Most teams are just running base stuff. They don't want to show anything. He doesn't
Have you ever gone to a preseason football game?
Oh yeah. Multiple. Oh yeah.
Did you stay the whole game?
Only when it was the Patriots. I've stayed for my team. I've stayed, but the other teams I've gone to Texans preseason games. I've gone to, I went to the old Washington preseason game once. I went to, who else have I gone to for preseason? Chiefs preseason games.
Season ticket holders can't give those tickets away enough.
Yeah, they're forced to buy them. They don't want to buy them.
I know. That's what a deal that is, right?
Yeah, they're forced. They don't want
to buy them, and
that's why they like it when it's 3 preseason games. They like the fact that it's either 1 home game or 2 home games because some years it's only 1.
Right.
So you only got to buy 1 game. It's like, ooh, that's good. I got the break this year. I only get to buy 1 preseason game and try to sell that to somebody to get the money back.
Yeah, I haven't been to a preseason game in. Oh my goodness, I'm talking like 30.
I went last year. I went to the Patriots Raiders game last year.
Yeah, you didn't.
I went last year to that game. No, we left at halftime.
Right.
Yeah. But it was the 3rd preseason game, so it was like the dress rehearsal. We saw Mac Jones play. We saw the starters play. Mac didn't look good in that game. The offense looked horrible, and it was a good predictor for the season because the offense was horrible a year.
I just noticed in the chat, the J-Dow Betts said he's got a suite for the season in Baltimore through work. J-Dow, we're gonna have to talk about Ravens Steelers in Pittsburgh in Baltimore. Yeah. I've never been to that stadium. You ever been to that stadium?
No, I've only been to Camden Yards. I've never been to what's it called now?
Talk to J-Dow.
Bank Stadium, RT.
I can't keep up with the names of the stadiums. It's tough.
Whatever it's called, something Bank Stadium. Yeah, with the Ravens play at.
Yeah.
Fly into BWI. Not bad. Take a Southwest flight into BWI from Vegas. Direct flight.
Might have to add a date to the list.
I want to go see the MGM Grand Harbor. What's it called? What's the harbor called? I forget the name of the new.
Do you understand how disappointing it is? Not disappointing. It's just underwhelming to go to casinos in other states after we live here.
That one's supposed to be pretty nice, though.
They're nice. Don't get me wrong. They're nice.
New.
But it's like us taking the kids to Disneyland.
Right.
Or us taking the kids somewhere. They're like, mid.
Oh,
You know?
no, I swear. I almost fell over one day because I had these 2 tickets left over from, we never used it for Disneyland.
Yeah.
And I've asked Madeline, I've said, like,
Doesn't
do you
care.
want to go to Disneyland? And she's like, I'm like, what? She's like, it's fine. We'll just go somewhere. I mean, she's like, she'd rather go to Circus. It's closer.
Correct.
It's easier. It's, I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I have totally jaded you in terms of like, it's fine. I saved the money, but like, what kid says no to now? She was like, Disney World has her attention now. And I'm like,
Right.
yeah, good luck on that. Like, talk to me in 10 years about going to Florida and dealing with that humidity and that nastiness of Orlando.
December's a good time.
Everyone goes then. That's the busiest time. That's the East Coast. Everyone goes down there.
That's a good time.
December and February and spring break.
Well,
but
yeah.
those are the breaks that they get on the East Coast. Those
Yeah.
February vacation trips were, oh boy. Everyone had head down there. So, all right, let's talk some baseball. What happened last night? So Steve Cohen met with the media. Couldn't promise that the Mets were competitive next year. If you're a Met fan and you hear the owner say that publicly, that in 2024, they're not so sure they're going to be competitive. They want to be competitive for 2025 and beyond. But trading a 39-year-old and trading a 40-year-old, they're happy with the returns that they got. But it sounds like the Mets are preparing to be bad next year.
I don't know if it's good or bad that he says anything. Like, I don't, because the fan base was so built up and
Right.
so up here.
By him, by the way.
That's what I mean. He spoke, got him hyped, went and spent the money, had a higher payroll than anybody else in baseball. 6 months later, selling off all the pieces and saying, not only are we done this year, we're going to be done next year, but 2025, woo, baby, we're coming.
Speaking of being a ticket holder, how'd you like to be a Met season ticket holder when you hear that, hey, by the way, we'll be competitive, not this year, next year, 25, because Pete Alonso is a free agent after the 24 season.
Yeah.
He said, we want Pete to be here, but we'll see what the market dictates.
Yeah.
So, like, the team that currently is on the field right now for the Mets in 2023 might look completely different in 2025.
I don't know if it's a complete teardown, but there might be some really hard decisions made with some people that have been there or were in the long-term plans that are no longer in the long-term plans.
Right.
I don't know. I can't say that is my Kleenex box around. I got for all the tears for the Mets fans. I can't seem to find it right now, but I don't feel bad for them. Do you feel bad for the Mets fans?
It's New York. Why would I feel bad for anything with New York?
Yeah, shame.
I don't
Shame.
feel bad for a second.
Shame.
Oh well. Sorry. That sucks. Too bad. So sad. Oh well.
Good try.
Nice try.
You know, yeah. Hey, welcome to small market baseball in New York.
Well, that's not New York. I mean,
Ship
come on
some
now.
guys.
Hold on a
bye-bye.
second.
Yeah.
Pump the brakes on that. Their payroll is still $330 million, but it's coming down. It's getting under the luxury tax. It's dropping and it will drop even more next year. It sounds like they're not done selling off pieces. My gut tells me, Pete Alonso, you're not playing in New York next year. Just FYI.
Lindor's got to be excited that he left Cleveland to go to New York, and
he's out too. He'll be gone too. They're all good.
I don't know.
Gone.
I think they'll keep him, right? Like,
I don't think so. I think they're gonna ship. I think they're shipping everybody out. I think this offseason they're gonna ship every big contract they've got out if they can. If they can move it, they'll move it.
I don't know.
I think the Nets are looking at the Braves, and they're like, we can't compete for a while. I'm serious. I think that's what Steve Cohen's doing. He's like, I went for this year. It feels like this. It feels like somebody convinced him to go and spend a boatload of money. And he was sort of on the fence going like, I don't know, guys. And someone was like, look, Pete, or look, Steve, do this. Give the money here. Give the money here. Give the money here. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go for this. Let's go. And he was talked into it. And now he's sitting back going, I told you I wasn't so sure about this. I wasn't. Now it's my way. And my way is you, out. All of you, get out. You're all gone. We're doing it my way now. Next year, burn it down, build it up. 25. Let's get competitive then. And if you're a Met fan, you're like, and he doesn't care. Cohen doesn't care about the backlash. It doesn't.
It was probably an inside job, right? Where you get the agents going, hey, Steve,
maybe
you should sign this guy and you should sign this guy and you're really going to have a good team. And
well, his baseball people, I think, talked him into it. I think he's pissed off at his baseball
people and the agents
who told him that
like this
Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander, the top of the rotation, two guys who have been Cy Young dominant pitchers. They're going to come in and they're going to take New York by storm. The Yankees are going to be bad. This is a perfect chance to take New York over, get in the playoffs. Yankees aren't going to be good. Back pages, you'll dominate.
CBW just said in the chat, scratch any BVB remote from Citi Field off the list.
Well, that's too bad. Shucks.
We weren't fucking coming anyway.
Sorry, I can't go to Queens in that hell.
Sorry, Will.
Yeah, no, thank you. I'm good. We can stay in New York, and this is a sad story. It's bad for the Yankees, but Herman has checked himself into an inpatient alcohol treatment center. He is most likely done for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
I mean, the Yankees are. Can we cross them off yet as being a legitimate contender?
They're 3 games out of the wild card.
I know, but it's going to be a bad month of August.
It might not.
I mean, they're just walking Judge. All they're doing is saying no one else in the lineup can hit.
Why would you pitch them?
We're just going to walk Judge every time.
Why the other guys in the lineup cannot hit? This is a real.
We're not worried about anybody else in your lineup hurting us. So we're going to walk Judge, and then we're just going to worry about your starting pitcher and your bullpen, which both are mid.
Right. I like
other than Cole.
I like us using the kids' words. That's we're going to use mid a lot because I hear it all the time from the little one. She did come in the chat today and chose violence.
Hi.
Kendall's in there rampaging through everybody. Guys, bear with her. She's gone. I think she's gone. That's good. Yeah, she was taking names today. Wow.
Look out.
Well, she's going back to school next week. Not really happy about it. It's just
I don't blame her.
4th grade is a big deal. Yeah, it's an unfortunate situation, but I don't think the Yankees are totally out of it. I don't consider them a serious contender because, again, the short series, anybody can win, but extend the series, they have Cole and what? We're in trouble. And this is
your friend's back in the chat.
Who's that? At least Cohen is being halfway honest. Jerry Jones pours out the Kool-Aid every year, and what ends up happening is mediocrity at best. Thank you, Crunchy Beaver. Appreciate you stopping in. Are you going to laugh every time I say Crunchy Beaver?
Maybe. It's so gross. It's just
I know.
Gross.
It pops up. It's bright. The super chat thing is an outstanding thing, guys. You can do the super chat thing. I don't know how to do it yet. Do you not? Do you have instructions how to do this?
It's $1. There's a $1 bill on the bottom of the chat. You just click on it and donate whatever you want to donate.
Oh, I see it now. Okay, $1 bill on the bottom of the chat. So if you're watching the show live, boom, hit that, and then you get recognized. And I mean, that's a 10 spot right there. Thank you, Crunchy. We appreciate it. CB, baby. He's right, though. Like,
he is right.
The Mets have become the old Yankees, and the Yankees have become the old Mets, right? Like, it's Cohen, Steinbrenner.
No, I'm not going to, because George would have blown this up way before the trade deadline, and George would never have allowed the mediocrity to happen. He would have fired everybody. The start they got off to, George would have just walked in like Ari with a paintball gun and just gone, you gone, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone. He would just have fired everybody. So Cohen's not Steinbrenner, but he is being honest like Steinbrenner had been in the past about where the team was. It just that George would have gone for it. George would have traded the entire farm system for Ohtani.
Do you believe the nonsense that's what the Mets are doing? They're clearing all this space and they're going to really make the pitch for Ohtani?
I know that's what they're doing. Yeah, of course that's what they're doing.
I'm not going to be happy if he goes to the Mets.
They're going to offer him more money than anyone else can offer. If Seattle offers him 50, Giants will offer him 60, Dodgers offer him 70, and the Mets will say, here's the pen, write the number, whatever you want. Just tell us, what number do you want? $100 million a year? What do you want? They've got the money. They got the money.
I don't want him on the Mets.
Okay, but they cleared it off. I mean, he cleared off, I think, what was it, $50 million for so far for next year? And that's with a payroll of 360. So he could drop it down to 290. He could go to, he can go to 400 million if he wants to.
Go to Seattle.
No.
Fun.
It would be fun. It would be fun seeing him in Seattle. I actually want him with the Giants. I think it would be cool to have him on the Giants.
Seattle, him and Jose Rodriguez, and
that'd be fun.
They're building, man. That would be.
I would rather see him fight the Dodgers than join the Dodgers. So
right,
I have a simpatico. Red Sox and the Giants are simpatico with the Yankees.
Going to stay out west. I want him to go to Seattle or San Francisco if he doesn't stay with the Angels.
Mm-hmm.
If he goes back east, I'm not just kissing your ass, but I'd rather see him go to Boston than New York.
Of course. Everybody wants. Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
I just, and if I have to take the lesser of the two, go to the Yankees. Don't go to the Mets. Please don't go to the Mets.
Ohtani solves a lot of problems for teams like the Mets, like the Red Sox, like the Giants. Because all those teams, fans are asking, what are we doing? How are we competing? We're not competing right now with the Dodgers and the Braves and these big teams. How do we become competitive? Are you spending money? Are you going for it? Or are you going to go and say, kick the can down the road and say, we'll be good in a couple of years? Fans don't want to hear that. Big market, New York, Boston fans don't want to hear that. And both the Red Sox and the Mets, brass, one a GM and one an owner, literally said that. We're underdogs. We're going to be good in 25. Like, what planet is this? This is not typical for big market baseball teams.
I like it.
It's interesting. If you're a fan of a small market like you are, yeah, you would like it because it's typical. It's a flipping of the coin.
I just like to see the struggle. I like to see,
right, because you're used to it. Right. You want shared
There's only
pain.
one way that they can do it most of the time.
The big market
teams. They get the pieces that they need. It's very rare that they're patient enough to let 3 or 4 guys come up together and build a team.
Red Sox were all basically all homegrown.
Exactly. That was a fun team to root for.
Yeah.
That was a fun ass team to root for. Even, the 18 team.
Right.
Was a fun team to root for. There was a lot of things because, going and just getting the pieces is 4 markets can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And so the majority of the people in the other markets are like, yeah, I wish I could do that, but I can't. So you root against them. So this is fun.
They're doing it now. A lot of them are doing it now.
Yeah.
A lot of them are spending the money that they need to make it happen. So,
Wow. Big Business just came in with a big yellow contribution to the super chat. Matt, Corey was worth 20 cents, but Scherzer's a $3 favorite is too much hype for me.
He texted me that last night. He asked me because, I think Seager was out of the game last night. So he said the price dropped by 20 cents. And he said, is Seager worth 20 cents? And I didn't think he was.
No.
But, look what happened. So, the question I got for you, Dave, on today is, are you buying the Cubs? The Cubs just scored 36 runs in 2 games. It's the most runs by a Cub team over a 2-game stretch since 1897.
Our friend Iggy is all in on the Cubs. He's actually in Chicago. I was going to try to get him to come on the show. He's running around today. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. I think he's going to the game tonight. Cubs fans are excited. This is getting very, very real for them. Not saying that I'm buying them, but they are on the list of possible scenarios. I don't know how they win a playoff series. I don't know how any one of the teams other than Milwaukee wins the 3-game series that they're going to have to play.
Miami? You don't think Miami can do with their pitching?
No, the NL Central. Whether it's the Reds, the Brewers, or the Cubs.
Right.
They have, the Brewers have Burns, who can win them a game.
Right.
And then what?
Right.
Okay. Who the Reds throwing 1-2? Ashcraft and
No.
the lefty. Who are the Cubs throwing? Who are the Cubs throwing? Are they going to play softball and win games in a 3-game series and win them all by scoring 10 runs?
They've won 8 of 10 in a time in which the Arizona Diamondbacks won 3 of 10, and the Milwaukee Brewers have won 3 of 10.
Right.
And the Miami Marlins have won 5 of 10. So they're red hot when the teams they're chasing are cold. They're 2 games over 500. They have a plus 77 run differential, which is way more than Arizona, Milwaukee, or Miami, who all 3 have negative run differentials right now, which is crazy. And the Cubs are back to being 500 on the road this year at 26-26. Their record against teams with above 500 records are not great. They need to stop that. They're 26-38 in those games. That's not good, but Miami's under 500 there. Milwaukee's at 500. Arizona's 28-35. So, look, the Giants have 49 losses. The Phillies have 50. Miami has 51. Milwaukee 51. Arizona 52. The Cubs have 53. I mean, this is an absolute 6-horse race for 3 spots.
Love it. I love it.
It's going to be really interesting to see. But the Cubs are hot, and the Cubs
got the Braves this weekend.
Good
got
test.
The Braves this weekend in Chicago.
Good test.
Be a good measuring stick.
To see where they are.
Yeah, we'll see. A lot of guys in the chat, Cubs fans. We got a lot of people between Indiana, Chicago, Illinois, Midwest people that watch the Cubs and are fans. Guys in the chat, who's winning the NL Central today, August 3rd? Reds, Brewers, Cubs. Who you got? I'm curious what you think we'll get more of, because the Reds are they fading?
Yes.
Okay.
Like I thought that they would.
It's one of those that it just catches up.
Yeah. Fair.
Brewers just keep mid. Like they're not going away.
But they're going to win. They're going to win the division. Milwaukee's going to win the division. Yeah,
Brewers would be your choice of those 3?
Yes. It's the tortoise type of thing. They're not the hare. They're just going to slow and steady and wind up winning the thing, and then play 2 games and be done.
Huh.
The NL Central and AL Central are arguably one of the worst collections of division teams that I can remember.
Whoa. They're
both horrible. There's nobody in the AL Central worth talking about, and there's no one in the NL Central really worth talking about. No. There's no threat there.
Not the Twins?
There's no threat there. No. Not to the top team
for anything ever.
Not to the top teams in either league. The Braves aren't worried about the Central. The Orioles aren't worried about the Central.
Nobody's worried about the Central. The books aren't worried about the Central either.
No,
trying to get bets on the teams. They're going to be competitive races.
Yeah.
So there's not a team in either Central you think that can win a three-game playoff series?
Nope.
Brewers. Wow, PB said Cubs. JPC the 4th said the Reds. Then we got Brewers, Chicago, ODU. Thanks, CBW. Whitrock said the Cubs will win a Central but won't go anywhere. Chef Benny's got the Reds at 10-1 to win a division.
Beautiful.
Oh, man. All right, we're going to take a look at that. I'm not, put it this way. I'm watching Cubs Braves this weekend with a keen eye to see if the Cubs win 2 of 3, depending on the pitching matchups. All right, it might be time to start paying attention. If they get smoked,
right,
it confirms everything you just said. The NL Central and the Cubs, nothing.
Yeah. So the Rays have to send McClanahan back to Florida for evaluation. He left the start early yesterday. The Rays are 66-55. They are 3 games in the loss column behind Baltimore for the top spot in the American League East. They're 2 spots above Houston in the loss column. They are 4 above Toronto. And then Boston's got 51 losses. New York has 52. Seattle 52. Angels 53. for losses. It's tighter in the National League, but it still is tight when you're talking about now having 7 teams being separated by just 8 games in the loss column.
Right.
But Tampa's got this gigantic run differential of plus 137, but they still have played basically 500 baseball since the middle of May. They got off to that red hot start, and then they've just been sort of matriculating their way through, holding on as best as possible.
Yep.
If McClanahan goes down for, let's say, a month right now, forearm tightness, he has to go back to an expert. I don't know if this team can slug their way to the playoffs. They might be a fade.
Out of the playoffs or not winning the division?
Well, I think the division ship has actually sailed. I don't think they're going to catch the Orioles. I think the Orioles will win the division. My question is, can multiple teams pass them? They have a 5-game lead right now. Or sorry, they have a 2-game lead, rather, I should say, on Houston, and a 4-game lead on Toronto, and a 4.5 game. So they have a 6-game lead on Boston. Like, it's not impossible for them if they get really cold. Did they miss the playoffs? It's on the table.
Wow.
Because the Astros are going to go. The Astros, I think, will wind up with the 1 seed, the 1 spot for the wild card. So now it's 2 and 3.
You think Astros win the division?
No, I think Texas either or. But I think Texas is either the 1 wild card or Houston's the 1 wild card. I think the top wild card spot's coming out of the West.
Gigantic spot, playoff wise, path wise, to win that division versus being the wild card.
Yeah.
And have to play that extra series and not be able to set up your pitching matchup and all that other stuff. That's huge.
Yeah, because it's all about the 2 seed. Can you get the 2 seed in the bye?
Either the 1 or the 2 seed, you got to get that. So that's why that race is going to be great for Houston. And
yeah, I mean, Baltimore's up by 4 games in the loss column on Texas. It's not impossible for Houston or them to catch Baltimore, but I still think Baltimore winds up with the 1 seed. The winner of the West winds up with the 2 seed, and then that number 1
I think the
card.
winner of the West will get the 1 seed.
Really?
I think the winner of the West will get the 1 seed at this point. Yeah.
Interesting.
I do. I mean, we got to go through the schedules because whoever plays the AL Central the most will most likely get the 1 seed, because the division schedules are different now.
Right.
You used to know that they were going to play mostly division games from the first or second week of September the rest of the way. It's not the case now. There's teams finishing in other league cities. There's interleague games at the end. This is bad for Tampa. It's not the end of the world. I'm not ready to say they're out of the playoffs because McClanahan. We got to wait and see what happens with the evaluation.
How long it is. Yeah,
right.
That's the biggest question. But if he's out long term,
then they start that throw the starter in and
that opener thing is
the opener
common
and all that other crap. They've managed this before. They've done it without an ace, but it's not easy to do.
I mean, you've got McClanahan, who is supposed to be the guy. They just have their pitchers are just really banged up. I mean, it's just got guys coming off Tommy John. Got a lot of questions on that pitching staff for the Tampa Bay Rays. They were so good because they hit home runs at a record rate. They were the first. They were the first team in Major League Baseball to have 8 guys with 10 home runs by Memorial Day.
The Rays,
yeah.
You got a whole lineup was hitting. JC from KC has the Rays to miss the playoffs at 20-1.
Love it. It's a great ticket to hold.
Live.
He's absolutely live.
JC from KC, my man.
That's a live ticket to hold. Absolutely, that's live.
Push it.
I'm not positive it'll happen, but it's live. It's on the table.
Yeah.
As we start play here on August the 3rd, it's 100% on the table as to what might wind up happening over the next couple of weeks for the Rays. And watch that McClanahan injury. By the way, it's 4-2 Phillies over the Marlins. That game in the top of the 8th. No score. Top 1 game just started. White Sox Rangers. Scherzer is pitching for Texas in his debut for the Rangers today.
Did you see how the Phillies and Marlins ended yesterday?
I did not. Who won that game?
The Marlins won in extra innings. It was a dead under, and then it went to extras, and it flew over.
Wow. Still like that Ghost Runner?
It's tough if you bet unders, man. I had under 8.5. It was a dead winner. The whole in game blew up.
You and I were on it. You said you said bet all three of my bets. All three of my bets hit yesterday.
That was a good day yesterday.
Went 3-0.
Yeah, that was a good day. But yeah, the Phillies gave one. I thought they gave one back yesterday, but it's going to be good with Marlins. They're going to. This is not Tampa's not the only team in Florida that I think is going to have in August or September to pay attention to.
58 wins. I need 19 more. I need 77. Am I getting there?
How many games left? 50?
Sounds about right, yeah.
What's their record right now?
58 and 51.
109. So you got 50. You got 53 games left?
Mhm.
109, 53 is 162. Yeah. You only need 19 wins out of 53 games?
17 wins. No. Yeah, 19 wins. Sorry, 19 wins. Yes, 19 wins. I need 77 wins.
Man, oh man, if you don't get that, you're the favorite to get that. Like you gotta be, that's gonna be a brutal L if you don't
if
get
they
that.
fall apart like that. Yes, that would be in August and September.
Bro.
Swoon. So
I mean, 53 minus 20 is 33. So that 20 and 33. 19 and 34, they gotta go for you to get there. Perrault. I don't want to put it on you.
Right.
That one got to win.
yeah, right. It feels like that's
one going to leave a mark if that don't win.
doesn't. I would agree.
You can't be at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying spend the money.
No,
but that
right.
one got to get home.
Agreed.
Come home.
Are the Angels going to regret going for it? Giolito in 2 starts has been tattooed.
Yes.
They're currently 56 and 53. They've lost 2 games in a row.
Yes, they have. 3 games in a row. They got swept, right?
Oh, sorry, 3 games in a row.
Yeah.
Well, it says 2 games in a row on MLB.com, but okay.
Maybe they won. Did they win the first game? I thought they lost. Okay. Either way, 56 and 53 is their current record. They got a big series this weekend against the Mariners.
And Ohtani is pitching tonight.
Ohtani versus Wu. It's a hell of a pitching matchup.
Yeah, Wu's been. It's right.
150.
Seattle's good at home, or sorry, on the road rather.
That's what I mean. It's a little bit steep. No.
Oh, no. Ohtani's been $2 consistently at home. He's way better at home than he is on the road.
Oh, but the Wu, man, I like the Wu.
Oh, I think Ohtani is going to be absolutely dominant tonight.
Yeah.
I think the 3 starts he had before the trade deadline, before the team came out and said, we're not trading you, that was weighing on him. He was, you can just see it now looking back on it.
Him.
What was
his back?
No,
I think there was a twinge in that back.
No, that happened after the pitching performance. It happened after he went out there and pitched 9 innings of shutout baseball against the Tigers and gave up 3 hits. Complete game.
Like
the back twinge happened afterwards. But I think if you look at his pitching stats, what he was doing was he wasn't as dominant. He'd get up 4, 5, and 4 runs in starts leading up to that Detroit Tigers pitching performance on Thursday. Because on Wednesday, the owner said, we're not trading you. We're staying and we're going for it. I think the weight of the world fell off of him, and he went out there and was unbelievable. I think he's going to be unbelievable again tonight.
Detroit's in the bottom 3 or 4 of every offensive category in baseball.
Okay,
Detroit
and the opposing
a lot of guys look like Ohtani.
The opposing batting average at home, Ohtani has a 178 opposing batting average at home.
I know.
You don't touch the guy at home. Like it's just, I expect him to be awesome tonight. I expect him to be.
Game's
really,
got to
really
go
good.
under.
The question is on Wu, right? That's all on. I thought about that, but Wu scares me a bit. If he gets hit, he's 1-3 with a 4.96 ERA on the year. I don't know.
Wu is for the children, Addison. Wu is for the children.
What?
Wu is for the children.
What is
if
that?
You know.
I don't know the reference. The WuTang? Is it a WuTang reference?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Last time out on the road for Wu went 5 innings, 3 earned runs, 7 hits given up
Against
Arizona.
Game's going under. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay.
I think Seattle's live, only because you've been just between you, Josie Myers, keeping track of it for us. Content space is piling on because a lot of people watch the show but pretend they don't, and then they start to talk about trends that we talk about, and fading the Angels has become very popular, which is good.
Fading the Angels, really?
Yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, somebody said it, about a week ago, posted it all over, and yeah, the guy with the big forehead right to my right over here, right here. He said
I told you.
Yeah. And I don't know. I hope you're right. I want to see a magical performance from him. This is what I'll be watching tonight, as opposed to that fake football game.
It's not even close to being head to head to each other. What are you talking about?
You mean 5:30 kickoff? No. What time's the kickoff for football?
It's not going to be. You'll be able to watch the whole baseball game pretty much. The NFL game is going to be. It's a 2.5 hour game. It's fast. It's a Hall of Fame game.
5 o'clock for the football.
Yeah, 5 o'clock. It'll be done. It'll be done by 8 o'clock our time.
Yeah,
7:30.
Baseball game starts at 6:30.
Oh wow! Why?
Our time. What do you mean?
Why is a West Coast game starting at 6:30? That's weird. Why?
And the Angels start
at 6:30, 3:30 Eastern, or 9:30 Eastern. Rather
times. Let's see. First pitch 6:38, sir.
Weird.
Yeah. So that's what time the Angels start during the week.
Why?
I don't know.
Huh? That's odd. I didn't realize that it starts that early. Oh,
SoCal DGen just popped in the super chat.
Oh,
nice
what's up, man?
Green colors and stuff. He said
Appreciate
thoughts. That. Los Angeles Angels money line parlay. Angels and the Dodgers plus 124 tonight.
Like it. I'm playing first 5 on the Angels game. I'm not going to deal with the bullpen.
Okay.
I like first 5 money line
for both teams.
Mm-hmm.
What the Dodgers are doing to the A's is really like,
it's the A's. No one cares. Just they're doing what you're supposed to do to a quadruple A baseball team.
Tyke posted this. I saw it this morning. Our friend Tyke, who was on the show, Tyke Mary, Oakland A's fan. They played Viva Las Vegas. The organist in LA at Dodger Stadium in between innings.
I'm here for that type of shade. That's beautiful. I love it. I'm here for that. That's phenomenal.
Right?
That's phenomenal. Give me more of that. I love that.
Viva
That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. I love that. That's great.
The little things that the organists do in the stadiums that still let the organist be a part of it.
Right.
I mean, it's so next level stuff for the people that are there. That's pretty good, is it not?
Oh, that's a phenomenal reference. Yes. That's complete shade without being really nasty about it. That's just like, what? It's a good song. I play it all the time. I play it in the 3rd inning every day. What do you mean? It doesn't matter. The A's are here. It's just what I play. That's phenomenal. Before we go back, or as we go back talking about football, I just want everyone to see this. See those top 2 teams?
Let me make sure. Let me see. I put my glasses on to make sure I see that. That says number 1, best records in the NFL since 2000. Patriots, 262 W, only 108 else, 70.8%. Is that right? And then number 2, the Pittsburgh Steelers, 235 W, 132 L. That's a 63.9% win rate.
Just saying.
How about that?
Just saying. As we go and talk about everything going on football wise, and as we go on talking about the start of the year, just a reminder to everybody who wants to come in and crap on our teams. If our teams get off to rough starts, just remember it's been a whole lot of winning going on in New England and Pittsburgh over the last couple of years, last 20 years. That's 20 years if we want to be exact as to how things are going to roll. So I just wanted to point that out before we go into talking about, well, these circa Survivor, circa million team of the day. Biggest pro football contest in Las Vegas, back again for a 5th year with 14 million guaranteed prizes at Circa Sports. Enter in Vegas, play from anywhere. 2 ways to play and win, and no rake. Play the Million Pro Football Contest with quarterly payouts and 100% payback. Pick a winner with Circa Survivor. Select one team each week with no point spread. Get your share of 14 million in guaranteed prizes. Visit circasports.com for full details on this fun extravaganza underway. The Circa Sports NFL team of the day, the Indianapolis Colts.
It's not slam ball.
It is not slam ball, even though Circa is now sponsoring slam ball. Derek Stevens likes that sport. I like that sport. I want to go.
Sponsoring slam ball, and actually they get some poor schmucko has to make lines for this now, and they're taking nickel limits on sides and totals, and
awesome.
It's fantastic. I'm going to have a discussion with them.
They know that there are 4-point plays.
I can't wait to see who drew the short straw and is going to have to come up with the numbers for this. This is not an easy assignment. So
no, if you know anything about slam ball, betting it at Circa might be a decent idea early until they get their lines right.
This is a good point.
Just FYI, might take them a couple of weeks to get their lines correct before they, really start to turn on the gas.
That's a good idea. I think we're going to go. That's a good idea. We're going.
Oh, we can go to the game, but do you know what I don't know how to bet it.
No. We'll go and we'll scout it out and make some notes on how things are done and who's doing what. And then that's a really good idea.
So just FYI. Win total is set at 6.5. It's juiced to the over -118 for the Colts. Last year, they went 4-12-1. The reasons to be excited about this team: they have a new quarterback, Anthony Richardson, coming over from Florida, top draft pick. They moved up in the draft to go get him, and they have a lot of young roster talent to be excited about, guys that they went up in the draft and got. So this is a long-term process. Colts are not going to be good this year. Why should you be concerned? Jonathan Taylor. This thing is nasty. Like this has gone. I mean, I don't know what, who, when, why this went the way that it went, but it's not going well at all. And it looks like he's not even going to play for the Colts this year. So it's a weird feud. They're going back and forth. Does he have a back problem? Does he not have a back problem? Taylor wants to be traded. Will he be traded? Last year of his rookie contract, he wants to be taken care of. This is really the one story about running backs not being taken care of that really has started to make big headlines, at least in Indianapolis.
Right.
Because he was supposed to be their best player. They thought they were going to rely on the running game to get their quarterback, Anthony Richardson, good to go and comfortable in the NFL. And now, most likely, Jonathan Taylor is not going to be playing for the Colts. 4-12-1 last year.
If you're a running back like Jonathan Taylor, one of the top guys at your position, which is being undervalued every single day.
Yep.
You understand why, at least someone would tell you and you would listen, putting the mileage on your body for a team that you're going to get hit a lot. Okay.
Year,
and your numbers are going to suffer because if your team is down, we don't run the ball that much.
Yeah.
That's going to hurt in your next negotiation. By the way, did you see the clip that we did yesterday with the legalization of I said legalization twice. I said it wrong.
It's a hard word to say. It's a hard word to say. It's okay.
I got so fired up. I got tongue twisted twice.
You were excited. Yeah.
I was so, And Will did a great job with that short, by the way, which is on the YouTube channel. All the shorts are blowing up. We really appreciate you guys finding us, watching the show, and leaving a comment.
And if you are new to the show, by the way, because I know that a lot of you, make sure you hit the subscribe button when you're here. So
please
do that, and then hit the bell.
Don't miss it.
So when we go live,
there's no panic in Indianapolis.
They're going to suck. There's no panic because they're going to suck. They know they're going to suck. The plan is to suck.
A lot of people in Indiana watch a show. I mean, what are you coming at them for right away?
They know they're going to suck. They're going to suck.
6.5 season wins, under or over?
Under.
Wow,
not even a hesitation. Under. Here is your schedule for the Indianapolis Colts in 2023.
All right.
Open up at home against Jacksonville.
At home against Jacksonville?
Yes.
Do you remember when Jacksonville beat somebody? I think it was the Colts. Was it 2 years ago when they were huge dogs and it took out the survivors for half the contest?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I do.
This may reverse it. The Colts will win that game.
No. 0-1 at Houston.
Loss.
At Baltimore. 0-3. Home for the Rams.
I got one.
Home
for the Rams. They always the Rams beat them. That's a loss.
Ooh, 1. We both have 1 win. They beat the Rams. Home for Tennessee.
Win.
Loss. At Jacksonville.
Loss.
At home for Cleveland.
Loss.
Home for New Orleans.
They
Dome
can win
team
that game
against
3.
Dome 2. Nope, loss. I have 1. At Carolina.
Loss.
Home for the Patriots. It's actually that game's in
Neutral.
Germany, right?
Right.
Game's in Germany. Yeah, game's in Germany.
Thank you guys for watching the show too in Germany. We appreciate you. By the way, we're not coming to Germany for this game. There's no chance.
I know people who are going to it though. My sister and her boyfriend, her boyfriend's family was picking between coming to Vegas or going to Germany, and they picked Germany.
Knowing you were here?
Yeah, because they came here last year. They came to the game.
Oh, they've been here before.
Yeah, multiple times. Oh yeah.
Oh,
but they bought
go to
tickets to
Germany,
Pink and everything else. I was like, this,
Are they Patriot fans?
Who?
These people
Germany?
that are going to Germany.
Oh yeah, huge. Oh yeah.
It's a long way to travel for a football game.
No, it's not. It's the same. It's the same flight time.
Really?
It's the same flight time. It is. It's the same flight time.
Listen, breaking news. I just looked over to TV. Jerry Jones on the Cowboys this season. I will say that Philadelphia, and if you will, the Giants and the Washington team, they need to be on their game because we're going to be on our game, and we will be improved over last year.
Who's the quarterback?
Dak Prescott.
Moving on.
All right.
So
I got 3. I'm not worried about Germany.
Bye week 2.
I think New England wins that game.
I have what do I have? I have 2 wins or 1.
Yeah,
I have 2
3.
wins. Yeah, 2 wins. Tampa at home.
Win 4.
I think I like the alpha bye. I like that. 3 at Tennessee.
Nope.
At Cincinnati.
Nope.
Home for Pittsburgh.
Damn.
Come on. No.
What do you mean? They could win that game.
No. Christmas Eve against Atlanta on the road.
No.
New Year's Eve against Vegas at home.
They could win that game. I'll say 5.
Home for Houston.
They could win that game 6.
I like them win that game. They'll win that game.
So you only got 5.
I have 4.
I got 6.
4. Same
Maybe
as last year.
7.
Same as last year. Same record as last year. 4 wins. 4. They go 4-13 this time.
Wow. It's worst record in the AFC? 4.
So tie for the worst record in football.
Wow. In that division, they can't win 6 games.
I mean, do we know anything about Shane Steichen? Do we know anything about the guy?
No,
I don't. We know nothing about this dude.
Say his name. Nothing.
As a head coach, we have no clue what this guy's going to do.
I know nothing.
None. I mean, yes, he's 38 years old. He's got a quarterback that he's not that much older than in Richardson. I mean, it's worked in Philadelphia, so they're trying to recreate it again in Indianapolis. But like, you're going to have no Jonathan Taylor. I don't think he plays for the Colts this year. This is nasty. I mean, the Colts, they're trying to be bad. Intentionally, they're trying to be bad because they're trying to build it back up to see what's going to happen. They need more weapons for Anthony Richardson. Their defense is not going to be very good. I mean, this is the team that gave up the largest comeback in the history of football last year to the Vikings.
That happened. I still
33-0.
Incredible.
33-0, and they lost. And they lost.
That one made no sense. None.
That's the level of talent we're talking about here with the Colts.
Yeah. Wow. All right, boys and girls in the chat. Nice crowd popping in here right now. This is the hour. They just come in and just join us. We really appreciate it. Over under. Indianapolis Colts season wins. The number is 6.5.
I think this is an easy bet.
Over or under? OV or UN? You can put 2 letters. We'll figure it out. What you think we get easy under, way more unders?
I don't know. People like betting over, so I always, whenever I bet an under, people think that they're worried about it. But I think it's an easy under.
That's a good question, Whitrock. What is the ceiling? I mean, if everything goes well and Richardson wins the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, and
correct, yeah,
everything happens, what's the ceiling? 9? Like,
well,
8?
yeah. I mean, if the ceiling,
there's only one number, it might be 7.
They would have to win the division by going 5-1 in the division, and then winning some of their other winnable games. Like, there are some coin flip games in that schedule. Like, look at, you could talk about, let's just go best case scenario. They beat Jacksonville at home. They beat Houston. They lose to Baltimore, but they beat the Rams. They beat the Titans. They open up 4-1. They lose to Jacksonville on the road, but they lose to Cleveland. Then they beat New Orleans. They beat Carolina. They lose to the Patriots. That'd be 6 wins right there before the bye. They beat Tampa at home. They beat Pittsburgh at home. They beat Vegas at home. They beat Houston at home. There's, right there's 10 wins.
There ain't no way that's happening.
That's 10-7. No, but I'm saying, you were talking
there
about,
ain't no way that's happening.
You want to go super rosy. You want to go unbelievable first-year head coach, first-year quarterback running through the league. I mean, that's your.
The chat just flew under all day, under the way under, no R for you.
Yeah, there you go.
Ceiling, LMAO is 6. Wow, JC from KC is the only one that said over the. Wow, I don't know, man.
7 wins for the Colts.
If it goes over, it's going to come down to the last game.
And what happened last year with Houston in the last game of the year?
Tyler BetSmart. It's not BetSmart US. He's Bet Wyatt US now. I guess the BetSmart thing got suspended. I don't know what happened. That's a whole nother story for another time. We might have to have Tyler back on the show. Okay. He just sent me a text that said he has him favored in 1 game.
What, home against Houston? Home against Houston?
The last
game of the year
against Houston.
Yep.
That's it. And he said it's a pick right now at Houston in week 2. That's it. Wow. That's bad.
Yeah. They're going to suck. They're going to be absolutely one of the worst teams in the NFL. They will be a good team to go up against in Survivor this season, in case you are in there.
Man, maybe a pick against, huh?
Maybe a decent team to have for that.
That one backs me up. That is the jump scare every time you hit that one. That's a good one. I love the Brigade Proxy story today. But damn, when you go to hit that, I know you got to be like that little giggle. Watch, I'm going to get everybody. Boom.
Bang. Well, I love it. You guys can text us at 702-570-8255. Booked Paul. He's coming to town next week for BetSmart. He's going to be on with us coming up on Wednesday. So we're loading up for next week. If you're coming to town.
Coming for Bet Bash, you said.
BetSmart. Sorry, Bet Bash. Thank you. Confusing the bets. Bet Bash. If you're coming in for Bet Bash, if you are in need of a proxy service, if you want to sign up for the Westgate Super Contest or for either the Million or the Survivor, text this phone number on your screen, 702-570-8255. That comes to us. We will take care of you. Get you booked, set up, signed up, easy peasy, in and out, no sweat. For full details, send the text. We'll tell you all about how to sign up for the Brigade Proxy Service this football season.
Yes, sir.
The Brigade Proxy Service, NFL Story of the Day. Nathaniel Hackett, who tonight will be in action with the Jets, talked about why or what happened when the coach of the Broncos said he had the worst coaching performance in the last 20 years in the NFL when Sean Payton said these things publicly. Yesterday, Hackett said that Payton broke the code. Agree or disagree that Sean Payton's not supposed to talk about other coaches publicly like this?
Is there a code?
No, there's not. Codes. This is the stupidest, dumbest, most ridiculous thing to ever say that Peyton broke the code. just either fire back or shut up.
Is
Just
this
move
like
on.
a code?
Say,
Is this like a code red in?
I have no idea what this is. This is soft upon soft upon soft. Like, this is so weak to go public and say he broke the code. You know, there's a code. Like, you can drop like bro code at some point if you want, of like, my best friend slept with my girlfriend. There's something that might be there's no code in coaching that you can't comment about how bad the guy was before you. There's no code there, dude. Like, you got run off on a rail because you sucked. The better answer would have been, I was awful. I know I was horrible. He's right. I didn't do well. It's why I'm here. And I'm going to rebuild this offense now with Aaron Rodgers. And we're going to go win a championship with the New York Jets. That's the answer you give. Not he broke some unwritten rule that you don't talk in the media about your predecessor.
I can't keep track of all the codes. I'm going to have to go
Agreed.
to coding school and learn how to code, because there's an unwritten code for the baseball. There's an unwritten code for the hockey. There's an unwritten code for being a proxy. There's an unwritten code for being a content person. There's a fucking code for being a book guy and all this other stuff, and an agent and sheets and all this other shit that they just keep piling on. I don't know about no coaching code. You can't talk about this. Do you think Sean Payton gives?
No.
It's scorched earth.
Good.
This is his last job. He ain't coaching another team. He waited for Jer to give him the Dallas job. Dallas got their guy. I don't think he cares. He's up in Denver. He's enjoying himself. Peyton is one of those guys. Did you see the video? He hit a big one. He got on there and took a hit, did a lot of things. He doesn't care. Sorry. You know, Coach Hackett. It's one of them things, man. I don't know. I can't keep track of the codes. I don't want no more codes. There's one. A few good men was a code red.
Right.
We don't need no more codes. I don't need no more codes.
I don't know. He said, as a coach's kid, we live in a glass house. We know that. We all live in different rooms. We all have a key for it. It's one of those things. There's a code. There's a way things are done in that house. This is the dumbest. Like, Nathaniel Hackett might be the most annoying person in the NFL. Like, he is quickly rising. Russell Wilson was for a long time the most annoying person in the NFL. I think Nathaniel Hackett might just passed him for saying stupid things publicly. We all have different keys in a different room. Like, what is this? The Heisman house? The hell are you talking about? I mean, seriously, what are we talking about? I have a key. You have a key? I don't know. Do you get your key revoked when you get fired because you sucked in Denver? When does the key get taken away, Nathaniel?
I don't even know what opens what does the key open?
I don't
There's
know.
not even keys for cars no more. There's no more keys.
Right. Key fob. Right. I got a key fob. Is it like checking in at a hotel? You know, like where you get one of those like fake keys?
I don't like those things. I tried. They said, you checked in, sir, your key's on your phone. I said, what if my phone's dead? They said, well, make sure your phone's not dead. I said, I don't know what time I'm coming in. What if I lose the charger? I need a
by
key.
the way,
Sir, we're not doing keys no more.
Breaking news.
What happened?
That might be the first time. The first time. In show text. Brigade member watching the show, sending a text to the BVB proxy service right now during the Brigade proxy service. NFL
we'll
story
respond right after the show. 100%. We'll
That's
take
phenomenal.
care of you.
Yes, we'll give you full
Where's
details.
the 313?
I'm not sure. It's a good question. Area code 313.
Area code 313. That's where they're coming in from. Absolutely.
Detroit. The D.
Detroit.
So what's up? There we go. That's phenomenal.
He got a hat already. He's got a BVB hat.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Who has the
says
hat?
He's wearing his BVB hat right now in Detroit. I
Interesting.
like saying Detroit.
All right. That's awesome. There's a first. So I don't know. Nathaniel Hackett, please, man, like, go away. please just stop talking. OCs aren't supposed to talk anyway, so just stop talking. This is
I
a
don't
bad
mind if just, but sometimes you know what? Silence is power.
Or agree with him. Just say, look, I was awful. He was right.
Well,
things didn't go well.
You take all the steam out of it when you do that.
Yeah.
But
I wasn't good. I need to rise I'm here to do something big. I'm here to change.
Football is up.
But
He's
football
on
is
the
a win.
up,
Football has a
Perrault.
scoreboard. Okay, football has a scoreboard. You know what your record was. Like you look at the record, our record was bad. When you're bad, you get criticized. When you get criticized, you have to either look in the mirror and go, was it me? I got fired. I got blown out after 15 weeks. In my first year as a head coach, I got blown out. Now you can make it, you say, look, I thought I was going to be able to coach Aaron. We thought Aaron was going to the Denver Broncos. Now I have Aaron. Because that's what that's what really happened there. Nathaniel Hackett was supposed to have Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers did not get traded.
No doubt. Right. Yep.
So then Nathaniel Hackett went, uh-oh, I got a guy I can't work with. I got a guy, because if you read, and I have been reading about what the Jets are doing, Rodgers is installing the offense as much as Hackett is. The offense was created by Nathaniel Hackett, by Matt LaFleur, and by Aaron Rodgers. The three of them built the offense that they're going to run in New York. So Nathaniel Hackett
can only work if Aaron Rodgers is throwing the ball.
Correct. Because Russell Wilson ain't running that offense.
That's the key that you need to start the car.
Yes.
Without that key, the car stalled. It don't even start. It goes, nothing happens like it did
gas.
the other week, last week when my battery was dead. Can't drive the car without the quarterback. It's
Just
fine.
Just
all hacking. You don't have to say nothing. Go win 10 or 11 games and sit and smile. Go on
beat him in week 5 and beat his ass. Yeah. Put up 40
just
points.
Go like this.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah.
How you doing? See
Walk
you later.
off.
Scoreboard. I used to do that all the time. I'd be like, guys be chirping, and just wait until it was about 2 minutes left in the third period. And then be, hey, see the score?
What's the score?
See you next week when we play again. Can't wait to see you. Oh, it's the best. Just win. That's all you got to do. You ain't got to say nothing.
It's great. Arizona sports books held 11% in May, crushing.
Keep doing them parlays,
the
people.
public.
Keep doing.
Is
them
this
parlays.
the norm? I mean, is this what we're gonna do? This is now the norm.
Oh, you see here. Let me see. What do you got?
Okay, this is the final betting numbers here by state.
Handle.
Arizona,
Those are handle.
Handle wise. Arizona's now number 7. They held 11% of that.
That's a good week. That's a good month.
Huge number.
It's a good month.
Nevada came in number 4 here on this for the month of May.
That's good.
New York, Illinois, New Jersey, number 4. So we
For
go to
May.
this for May. Okay, here is your hold percentage from May. 16, 15, 15, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 12.
Okay. New Hampshire, no handle. Connecticut, no handle. Massachusetts, minimal handle. Montana, you've seen the prices for Montana.
Right.
0 handle. Louisiana, no handle. And Washington, D.C., minimal handle.
But
Thanks for
Ohio's
coming.
going to Ohio has a handle.
That's the top 6. Okay. It's
Right.
easy to have a higher win percentage when nobody's betting because most of the people betting are betting parlays. That's great. I would love to have a license in any one of those 6 states. If we could go through the licensing procedure, me and you, I've told you, BVB book, it'll be a monster.
But is this the norm? Is 10% plus going to be the norm in bookmaking?
Not any state on that list that has a real handle that has that. Yes, you can attain 10%. When 90% of your business is parlays, you better damn well hold double digits.
Because Vegas is
trying to
5.7.
It's what?
5.7 in May.
Who?
Nevada.
Yeah, did you see the June number?
For hold? No. Big?
1.6%.
Ouch.
They graded all the Stanley Cup futures.
Yikes.
There was a lot of locals that thought that the Knights could win, and a lot of local books that thought they could not.
Oof.
Yeah. Left a mark. Yeah, left a big mark. But no, like the business model is simple, and this one's free. If you want more, DM me at SportsBK Consig. DM Matt at Sports Talk Matt or DM the show at Boston versus the book for the consulting fees, for the real stuff. If you want to grow your book, get more parlay business because you're going to get more volume, more handle, and your whole percentage is going to go up for all the people that have the stock and all those people in the C-level suite.
When does the public figure that out? How long?
How long we got to make this show go mainstream worldwide? I don't know, but we're saying it. I've been saying it for 20 years. People would come in the book. Guys, the parlays, keep it fun. Don't keep doing it. And then, in the risk room and in the meetings and whatever.
Because here's the pushback.
We need more parlay business. Yeah, okay.
But here's the pushback.
Yes.
Mass Millions, I believe, or Mega Millions. I can't remember which one it is. It was Mega Millions or Powerball. I think it's Mega Millions. Is $1.2 billion.
Yeah.
Didn't hit last night, I guess, right? Or 2 nights ago. Didn't hit. It's now the third or fourth highest ever. You have a 1 in 3 million chance of hitting that. And yet there will be thousands upon thousands of people who will go and buy a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
Trying to win.
Of course.
So I don't think people ever will stop betting parlays.
Hell no.
I don't think they'll ever stop betting same game parlays.
The churn, you do it until you don't do it anymore. Like, it's
because you buy 1, 10, 20. Yeah, you buy like 1 million lottery tickets once or twice a year. That's not going to sustain a book. The book needs you playing consistently.
A lot of people sending out emails, messages to people that have been away for the summer. They haven't placed a bet since the NBA finals ended. That's for a lot of time. That's people's swan song. Bye, I'm gone for the summer. They're coming back tonight because of that Hall of Fame game. So they're getting emails. They're getting reached out to. Hey, come back to the book. We'll give you a free bet. We'll get you in. The free bet's a parlay, most likely. That's what they're doing. That's fine. You hit it. All you got to do is hit one parlay in the first 10. Right. You're going to keep doing parlays. If you go 0 for 10, Brubaker did the same game parlay pre-built into FanDuel for 50 days straight. Picked one of the 2 or 3 options. He went 2 and 48. He went 2 and 48.
Amazing. That is amazing.
And he said, I'm never doing parlays again.
Or don't do what they tell you to do. I mean, don't do their pre-populated ones.
Well, that's what he said. I'm picking their options.
Right. Which are, you should know better. I mean, it's.
Oh, but no, that's the future.
Yeah. I mean, no, look at this is where I feel like the public needs to be educated on this, because like, if you look at tonight's game and the Hall of Fame game, the pre-populated, if you want to call it the gaming of sports betting or the casinoization of sports betting, like they're giving you can bet the Jets -2.5 and then under 31.5, or you can bet the Browns +2.5, or you can bet the over 35.5. Like they're giving you worse numbers than you could build yourself because they think it's just going to be quick and easy. You're going to click on it and be done with it.
Correct.
You always, I mean, anytime the book recommends anything to me, I do not take it. Like no one is going to give you even the free bet stuff I think is ridiculous. The boost, I've said this before on the juice all the time. I hate it when my bets get juiced. It's like your bet was -110. Now it's +120. I hate that. I can't stand that. I want nothing to do with that. That is a kiss of death in my mind whenever that happens.
Depends. I mean, I wouldn't take it personal and I wouldn't worry about it. But
no, I don't mean it happens next day. So it's not even, it's not like it's my play. I just bet it and then they went ahead and added it the next day. But I don't know. I
frozen. Snap your fingers. Come back. Snap your fingers. Oh no.
Everything was frozen. Wow. That was a first. I'm back.
Oh, you're back. Woo.
Yeah, everything was frozen there. That was a first. I couldn't even click on the change the graphic. All right. So the Big Ten is exploring Washington and Oregon. This is the tweet that came out today on this.
What are we doing? Seriously, what are we doing to the Big Ten? What are we doing?
Sources, Big Ten presidents met early Thursday morning and authorized commissioner to explore expansion and bring back more information to Oregon and Washington as potential Big Ten members. No offers have been made as of yet. So as Big Ten, Mr. Big Ten man on the show, you are anti this? You do not want Oregon, Washington?
I don't know what I want. I want tradition. I want rivalries. I mean, yeah, it would be fun to have Penn State play Washington and Oregon on the road and them play in Penn State and different teams. I don't know if this is good overall. This is that the Big Ten is not good. It's fine if you're trying to create something different. It's fine. It's no longer the Big Ten. USC and UCLA coming in, and then Washington and Oregon coming in, just blow it up. It's not the Big Ten anymore. Call it something else. We are now the coast-to-coast conference. Something.
Good name.
You know, stop with the numbers because you can't call a conference with 16 teams the Big Ten. Okay? It's done. It's over.
Ridiculous.
Like, that's fine if that's your goal. I can't stop thinking about the other sports. What in the hell kind of road trip is the basketball team got to go on when they got to go play Washington, Oregon, and then go down to LA and play the two teams down there? Like the fencing team. They're going to go on 2-week odysseys.
Yep.
Because you're not going to take multiple trips. You're going to do one West Coast trip, most likely.
Yep.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I mean, they keep telling you they don't have the money. And tuition is out-of-state tuition at Penn State's $50,000 a year.
That's low. It's a lot, but that's low compared to what
for Penn State.
Yeah,
it might be more. I know the in-state tuition is $25,000 a year for Penn State. It was $6,000 a year when I went. Now that was 30. Graduated 30 years ago.
Yeah, it's 50 all. It's 50 all in. It's 32,000 out of state tuition, and then you're going to pay room and board at about 18,000.
College is getting expensive, man.
So it's $50,000.
Do you like this for the Big Ten? I mean, you lived in the Big Ten area. Do you think this is good?
I think it's awful. It's bad for football. It's bad for everything. Wow, UMass out of state tuition is more than Penn State out of state tuition. Out of state tuition. What the? UMass is now $37,000 a year. Holy mother! In-state 16. Man, they're killing the kids out of state. Whoa, that's amazing for UMass,
right?
Hello, it's the flagship.
We could not. I'm serious. We could not afford college the way we went, you and I, if it was today's prices. There's no way my parents would have been like, yeah, go get a job.
Well,
I was the oldest of 5, and the
cost for in-state isn't that different compared to when I went there. I mean, because it's going to be it's about probably 5,000 more. It was like 22,000 a year when I went for in-state.
Was it really
to live at UMass? Yeah, it was. Yeah. So like when I went to school, because I still have monster student loans I'm paying off. I'll probably be paying off until who knows till I die probably. I mean, I don't know, maybe. I mean, because my mom, there was a program that was in place in Massachusetts where my mom, who was a single mom, that if she got denied the loan, the kid was automatically approved. So she got denied and then I got approved.
Right.
So it's kind of
you on the hook for life.
It's kind of sick, right? When you stop and think about it, going like,
right.
So that's how I was able to go to UMass. I mean, I came out with, I think I came out with 60,000. I think I'm down to like 30. I think I paid off half of it so far.
Right.
For student loans, something like that. But like, your daughter just did it. I mean, like, Madeline, go Running Rebels. Like, get ready for UNLV because I teach there, A, but B, it's a really good education. It's in state and it's really inexpensive compared to what other colleges are charging at the moment. So college is a racket.
Man,
this is not good for anyone, in my opinion. I don't believe that West Coast schools and East Coast schools should be in the same conference because that's not what this is supposed to be. This is not the NFL. This is not like,
it's turning into a pro league, is it not?
It
That's
is.
what
Yeah,
that's
it is.
legitimately what it is.
Right. And that's bad for college football. It's bad for college sports. It's not what it's supposed to be. I want to play against the kids I played AAU against. I want to play against the kids I went to high school and played against. Like, I want to see them, like, I play basketball in North Carolina. I go to Duke, you go to North Carolina. I go to NC State, you go to Wake Forest. Like, that type of stuff is going away. We're losing that.
Yeah.
Like, what, I mean, like, if I go and play, college football at Rutgers and I'm playing a kid from Oregon, I'm going to go play Oregon football. It's not even like, no, it's different everything. I don't like coast to coast. I think it's fine to have certain conferences that are, more widespread or spread out than others, but coast to coast, New York to Washington to Seattle, that's not good. What time are the games going to start? Weird West Coast start times, and
it's not. College football is so much built on the tradition, and then like the kids that went to school there become passionate about the school and stay passionate about the school moving forward. I still get excited when Penn State plays Ohio State. I still get excited when Penn State plays Michigan. I was there the first time they ever did it in Penn State. Went to Penn State game. We won 63-0. It was one of the best days ever. It was hot as hell, but Ohio State came in like they were going to actually be competitive, and they weren't. It stayed that way for years. Now we're going to try to build that with schools 3,000 miles away. It's not, I don't think it's going to work, but they're getting the money. TV contract is everything. And it goes up because now you got markets on both sides of the United States, big markets.
Yeah, I know why you went and got the LA market. I understand the Big Ten network. I get the footprint idea. I get all that. I know UCLA and USC do not want Oregon and Washington in the Big Ten, but they don't have a vote to make it, to stop it from happening.
Why? They want to be like exclusive on the West Coast?
They don't want anybody else on the West Coast. They want it to themselves. It's a big recruiting thing. Think how many kids they go up and recruit out of Oregon, out of Northern California. They're competing with the same kids for Oregon. Oregon comes down to LA all the time and pulls kids out. They want to be in a different conference as Oregon.
Makes sense, but it's small-minded. That's
course,
selfish, small-minded thinking.
Schools are thinking about right now.
I know.
Small-minded. If they were thinking big picture, they wouldn't be doing this.
Right.
They're shattering the fabric of college football. They don't care.
Right. California, Oregon, and Washington have enough schools. They could be the premier factory for the West Coast. With the Pac-12.
It's a Pac-12.
I know,
dying, but it's dying.
Because they don't sell that. They never did. And it's now a race. The Big 12 is trying to take the Arizona schools before anyone even mentions it to them. The Mountain West is sitting there in the middle going, what do we do? What do we do? Everybody's
the Mountain West will take the scraps when the Pac-12 falls. That's where they'll go. Oregon State.
I think the Mountain, you know who I really think has an opportunity to actually build something in the middle of the country is the Big 12. I really think
they want the West Coast. They want Arizona. They're gonna go get West Coast schools.
That's not West Coast. That's Southwest. But that's as far west as they should go.
Wait a minute. Arizona State are not on the West Coast.
They're Southwest. That's the Southwest. That's not the
what
West
time
Coast.
zone?
They're not on the coast. There's no waterfront property.
What time zone are they in half the year?
Pacific time zone.
They're on the West Coast.
It's
a West Coast school. It's Arizona State are West Coast schools.
It's the southwest part of the United States. It's not a West Coast school.
They're in the Pacific time zone. That's fine. They're a West Coast school. They're a West Coast school.
We're doing it again. Somehow geography
or
weather
West Coast
comes
school
up on this show every day.
If you're in the Pacific time zone, you're a West Coast school. I don't care if there's water or not. Arizona is a 3-hour drive. Okay, you can get to water in 3 hours. The Pacific Ocean is 3 hours away
from Arizona.
Yes,
no, it's about a 5-hour drive.
No, go all the way to the border and then go down.
Oh, you can get all the way to the border. Okay,
and then go down.
Lives there.
It doesn't matter. It's the state of Arizona is a 3-hour drive from the water. As a West Coast school, we're on the West Coast. Las Vegas is a West Coast city. Don't get caught up in the semantics of the word coast.
Desert.
We're a West Coast. We're in the Pacific time
Coast
zone.
City? Okay.
We're a West Coast city. It's a West Coast. So the Big 12 is not interested in just building in the middle part of the country. You're right about that. They do have a chance to do that, but they're building a basketball conference, not a football conference.
Still the best basketball conference.
Oh, right. And Arizona would make it even stronger. I mean, Arizona would make it even more competitive, even better. But yeah, but they're going basketball schools, which is up to this point, only the Big East has done that. And they've been good. I mean, the Big East has won national championships in the last 5 years. So you can do it, but it's just a different model. There's not the money's different.
Right.
So football wise,
I just think it sustains you if you can sell someone, listen, you can go play at Oregon and be the 5th best team in the Big 10, or you can come here and be the king of the Big 12. And like you could sell it. I would love to be selling that if that's what we did,
right?
As a conference, come here, kill it. You could do whatever you want after that, like, or go and fight for that spot. And I don't know. I
don't like it.
Big fish in a small pond is better than a small fish in a big pond. I feel like the Big 10 is watering their product out.
I agree. You need geographical differentiators.
Yes.
Okay, you need different parts of the country playing different programs. You just do. It's just it's simple. You just do. It sucks, but you just do. And we're not going to have it. I have no idea. I mean, the flight from, Penn State to UCLA is not going to be fun. It's just not going to be fun.
Road trips are going to get a lot harder.
It's brutal.
Yep.
Absolutely brutal. So on that, before we let go of Sports Grid here, just one more quick one. The final Jake Paul and Nate Diaz press conference is today. You have any interest in this fight this weekend?
I mean, because we've become kind of a fight show, probably pay attention to it. It's just not a betting opportunity. Again, this is like the preseason football game tonight for me. I would never bet this. Are you going to watch the press conference or see anything?
No, I watched a little bit yesterday on replay. I watched the interviews that Ariel Helwani did with both of them. Is
it bad? Bad?
Yeah, it's just
forced, ugly.
I like Nate a lot. Nate does not give a flip. Nate doesn't care. Nate's just taking a paycheck. I don't even know if Nate's trained for this.
Oh no.
I don't. Nate looks completely disinterested in the whole thing.
Oh, well, as soon as you tell me that, okay.
He's talking about UFC. He's talking about going back to the UFC. He's talking about his next promotion. Talking about fighting Connor. He's talking about, I don't know. I mean, I think Nate Diaz, if he's actually focused on this, Nate Diaz will win the fight, and this could be the end of Jake Paul. If Nate Diaz wins this fight, Jake Paul will have lost 2 fights in a row, and Jake Paul will be done.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for Jake Paul to be done, this is how you want it. Okay. If you guys are on Sports Grid, we appreciate it. We're back tomorrow for a Roll Call Friday. If you guys are here on YouTube and on Twitter, it is time for bonus time. All right, we're going to rip through this, okay?
Yes,
so better to book it here so we can get out of here in 5. Better to book it time. We'll go fast on this because we got to get out of here and go to a meeting. We're going Jets minus 1.5 tonight against the Browns.
Book it.
You like the Browns tonight?
I don't like anything. I'm just bidding opposite of you because I don't want to know or care. You told me we got to hurry. So book it.
Better bet. Teasing the Browns up to 8 and taking the under 39, or betting both sides 1-13 the margin bet.
What are you coming up with here? This is like a bet. I'll book both of these. How about that? I'm booking all this crap. Yesterday I bet all this stuff and we went 3-0. I'm booking this one too.
All right.
For the West Coast people.
Angels first 5 run line against the Mariners.
Oh,
laying a half a run.
Interest. This is a good bet. I was hoping to sweep the board and take them all, book it, but no, we'll bet this one.
All right.
They'll be lead. It's going to be tied. That's the problem. It's going to be tied. That'll be a push, though.
It could be. No, it would be a loss. It's not money line. It's run line.
Oh, nope. We reverse. Rewind. We are booking that.
Run line, not money line.
Yeah. I get a half a run.
Money line's like minus 175.
Right. I was going to lay that, but so I get a half a run. So a tie,
Correct.
I win this.
Correct.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm booking that.
No.
Yeah.
First 5 over 5.5 Cubs and the Reds.
Weaver, Tyone. Listen, we haven't done it in a while. All right. We haven't done it in a while. I'm fired up for this meeting. I'm fired up for the show. I'm fired up for the Brigade. B squared play. First 5 over Cubs, Reds today.
What's the price now?
Tyone Weaver. There might be 8 runs by inning number 3.
That's very possible.
Bam!
Let me see what the price is right now on this before we go to favorite thing about today. Because that I would agree with you. I like that bet a lot. The Cubs and the Reds, it's 5.5 minus 110. First 5.
Let's do it.
It has to come down now. It was minus 120. Now it's minus 110. I paid more than that last night.
Wind must be blowing in. Damn it. Check the weather.
Doesn't matter.
Wrigley, you got to check the weather.
I know, but it doesn't matter.
If it's a gale force wind in August, we could be in trouble.
There's no gale force winds in August. What are you talking about? Favorite thing about today is what?
The meeting. We got a meeting. That's the meeting, the show. Favorite thing about today, I got to go right from here to the bathroom and then get in the car. I'll meet you there. You know what I'm talking about.
See you at 1 o'clock. Brigade Roll Call Friday tomorrow. We will see you guys back for a big RCF on Friday. Dave, Matt, hit the like button, subscribe button. We'll talk.